Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top story first. Manipur Regulation of Visitors, Tenants and Migrant Workers Bill 2015 needs to be amended before the issue flares up, cautions MLA KH Joykishan. The news in detail. The movement, spearheaded by the Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System, should not be taken lightly. Before the issue flares up into an intense agitation, the Manipur Regulation of Visitors, Tenants and Migrant Workers Bill 2015 should be amended. This was stated by MLA of Thangmaiban Assembly Constituency, KH Joykishan, at the distribution of homeopathic medicine Arsenicum Album 30 at the North Imphal Youth Oriental Club today. The function for distribution of homeopathic medicine was organized by the club in association with the Directorate of Ayush, Government of Manipur. MLA Joykishan further said that the people need not panic about the swine flu, but precautionary measures should be taken. As a precautionary step, the medicine is being distributed in Thangmaiban Assembly Constituency to strengthen the immune system of the people of the constituency. He said the movement being launched in the state is not for the personal benefits of those leading it. They are doing it with a far-sighted vision for the best interest of the posterity. Therefore, the elected representatives need to join hands to amend the bill in the interest of the indigenous people. Or else the movement may become so intense that it could create enormous problems for the state, he said.
Publicly demand to house yamna publicly hulu khangdana taliba dabi dugo mari lene da bill am pass tawthokre haraga praja myam gu na thaina chatbadudi achoba ananba mokhol mo oigani masi sarkarna yam tuna khandaraga akoi amend tawthoga praja myagi ihulsi khangna lebak myam ge tawduna shanti oiba lebak mo oigani natragadi leiriba mihulsi leiriba myam mihulsi ihulsina hena chawba thodo ama tholoi hainga leike aduna leiriba sarkarsina section tarang khotakta lokapam thu ihabise aina mayam sarkarsta appeal tawsari.
A team of Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, led by its president Oinam Malesh, today distributed the homeopathic medicine Arsenicum Album 30 that could prevent swine flu to the people at the community hall of Malom Korobung. The same medicine was also distributed at Malom Awang Lekai Primary School. Vice President Bikramjit and General Secretary Phoni Maitei also took part in the function. As a precautionary measure, the medicine will be distributed at other places of Nauria Pakhanglakpa Assembly Constituency, Malesh said.
Government na masigi am initiative lawi daba masigi sarkar sina masigi parja da sugumba initiative lawi daba se bijayam na yamna condemn tawi aduga masigi sarkar sina akoigi tika da adugumba mantri munagada sugumba da akoigi puning chanjelak pase masina koi parja gi shikshin kharimakta masi akoi parama tambi se se masini aina media gi thongda madi miyam gi thongda aina apin.
A one-day national seminar on biotechnology and biodiversity conservation was held at Standard College, Kongba today. Ex-Dean of School of Life Sciences, Manipur University, Professor L. Iravanta, Principal of Standard College, Dr. S. Ibomcha, Professor Sudhendu Mand of Vishwabharati University, Shantiniketan, former Head of Psychology Department, JNIMS, Professor M. Mohendro, attended the seminar. Addressing the gathering, Professor L. Iravanta said, knowing the ways of conserving a place and other nearby places is important. Organizing Secretary of the seminar, Dr. A. Premila said, Manipur, a neighbor of Myanmar, is also a biodiversity hotspot and has abundant resources. The seminar was organized with the objective of protecting the hotspot and taking benefit from it, she said.
Interaction delegating good platform research scholars
In today's national and international news, The government is considering extending the first part of the budget session by 2 days as it gets set to push key reforms in the coal and mining sector through Parliament, which is scheduled to break for a month-long recess after Friday, March 20. The reports of 2 parliamentary committees set up to review the coal and mines bills that seek to ratify ordinances or emergency executive orders issued by the government will be tabled in the Rajya Sabha or upper house today. The 2 bills were passed by the Lok Sabha in this session but were sent to select committees of the Rajya Sabha or upper house where the government is in a minority on the demand of the Congress-led opposition. Sources said the government is likely to bring 2 amendments in the Mines and Minerals Bill. The government needs more than the next 2 days to meet its legislative deadlines, and the Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs has proposed an extension of the first part of the budget session with additional sittings on March 23 and 24. The Government of India has announced that there will be no ban on private vehicles that are older than 15 years. However, it proposes to reduce the time gap in between fitness for said vehicles to 3 years from the earlier gap of 5 years. The National Green Tribunal had passed an order on November 26, 2014 that ordered banning of all passenger vehicles over 15 years old. The Road Transport and Highways Ministry believes that instead there should be stricter implementation of the Motor Vehicles Act 1988 that mandates awarding fitness certificates to vehicles after periodic checks have been conducted by competent authorities. It has been 5 days since a 70-year-old nun was raped in West Bengal's Nadia district, yet no arrests have been made in the case. The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) has taken suo motu cognizance of the case and has issued a notice to the West Bengal government. Meanwhile, posters in support of the nun have been put up outside the convent where the rape took place. A total of 10 persons have been detained in connection with the incident. A teenage school student spent last night in jail in Uttar Pradesh after being arrested for allegedly posting a comment on Facebook that was attributed to senior Samajwadi Party leader and the state's urban development minister Azam Khan. The class 11 student of a Bareilly school was booked under the contentious section 66A and for breach of peace by the Rampur police following a complaint by Azam Khan's aide Fasahat Ali Khan on Sunday, March 15th. The police arrested the student on Monday and produced him yesterday in court, which sent him to the district jail. His bail plea will be heard only tomorrow, so he will spend another night in jail. Saffron leader Sadhvi Prachi triggered another controversy today by saying that those who don't chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai and Vande Mataram had no right to live in India. The firebrand leader, speaking at a religious gathering in Bahrain in Uttar Pradesh, said those who do not chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Vande Mataram insult the national flag, and those who indulge in cow slaughter have no right to live in India, according to reports. She had earlier said that Hindu women should have 4 children, not 40 puppies like others, in a veiled reference to a particular community. She also suggested that a law should be framed to scrap their voting rights irrespective of religion. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party has won a surprise victory in Israel's election. Exit polls had forecast a dead heat, but with almost all votes counted, results gave Likud a clear lead over its main rival, the center-left Zionist Union. The outcome gives Netanyahu a strong chance of forming a right-wing coalition government. The latest tally gives Likud 30 seats in the 120-seat parliament, the Knesset, with the Zionist Union on 24 seats. And now let's take a look at the top story once again. Manipur Regulation of Visitors, Tenants and Migrant Workers Bill 2015 needs to be amended before the issue flares up, cautions MLA KH Joykishan. Thanks for joining us, and for more news updates, please stay tuned.